We're here with Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysicist at Manhattan's American Museum of Natural History and host of PBS's Nova Science Now for Time's 10 Questions. Neil, thanks for being with us today.
I'm ready for you.
What should be done about the fact that our kids lag woefully far behind children in other countries in the areas of physics and mathematics?
You know, my first reply is, as a parent, get out of their way. When you're a kid, you're born a scientist. What does a scientist do? We look up and say, I wonder what that is. Let me go find out.
Right.
Let me poke it. Let me break it. Let me turn it around. This is what kids do. You can't let a kid alone for a minute without them laying waste to your house, okay? Because they're grabbing stuff off the shelves. And so what do? We prevent that. We prevent these depths of curiosity from revealing themselves, even within our own residences. And so I swore that when I had kids, and I do have kids, I got an 11-year-old and a 7, but when they were young, and still today, if they see something they want to experiment with, even if they might break it, I just let it go. Let the experiment run its course. Because therein is the soul of curiosity that leads to the kind of mind you would want as a scientist.
So you talk about events that can cause the end of the world. Does this knowledge keep you awake at night?
Yes. Yes. It might keep me awake in a different way than others. There are many people who, when faced with disaster, impending disaster, they say to themselves, okay, let me buy emergency food, let me find a shelter to go to, let me alert, okay. When you're trained as a scientist or an engineer, that's not the first thing you think of. First thing you think of is, how can I prevent the disaster?
Right.
Here comes the asteroid. You're going to run away from it, or you're going to say, how can I figure out how to deflect it? That's why you want scientists and engineers in your midst. Otherwise, you're just running away from every possible disaster that could affect life on Earth. And what kind of life is that?
What is the most astounding fact you can share with us about the universe?
The most astounding fact.
The most astounding fact.
Is the knowledge that the atoms that comprise life on Earth, the atoms that make up the human body, are traceable to the crucibles that cooked light elements into heavy elements in their core under extreme temperatures and pressures. These stars, the high-mass ones among them, when unstable in their later years, they collapsed and then exploded, scattering their enriched guts across the galaxy. Guts made of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and all the fundamental ingredients of life itself. These ingredients become part of gas clouds that condense, collapse, form the next generation of solar systems, stars with orbiting planets. And those planets now have the ingredients for life itself. So that when I look up at the night sky, and I know that, yes, we are part of this universe, we are in this universe, but perhaps more important than both of those facts is that the universe is in us. When I reflect on that fact, I look up. Many people feel small because they're small and the universe is big, but I feel big because my atoms came from those stars.
If you could meet and talk with any scientist who's ever lived, who would it be and why?
Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton.
Why?
No question about it. Isaac Newton. The smartest person ever to